Okay, welcome back. We're in the garage working on truck 25 today. Got this thing dragged in here last weekend, and I'm wanting to start making some real progress on this thing and get it to where it can move under its own power. Would be really nice. I just got done cleaning up a bunch of buckets. Gotta get the fluids drained out of it, and we can start taking parts off. Yeah, this is going to take a couple minutes. Whoever built this skid plate for this bumper, I guess didn't think that being able to drain the coolant was a priority. So I think I've mentioned it before. This is a 350 Mack, and I believe I was mistaken. Actually, I know I was mistaken when I said that it was a 4-valve. It is not. It is a 2-valve engine. All right, time to start ripping and tearing. Too far. Mm-hmm. That's loosened up. That should come off of there without any trouble. That one's going to be a little difficult to get to. Wouldn't be doing this if this wasn't a good ratchet wrench. There we go. You, Mr. Injector Line, are in my way. Really? I think that broke loose. All right. Give it. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Ooh, buddy. All
Oh, don't be like that. Oh, too far. Whoopsie. There we go. Alright. You get lost. What else we got here? Snip you. Snip you. Snip you. Oh, cool. That whole thing can come off now. Snip. Snip. Oh, you stay. A little bit coolant in it. Come on. Okay, step the next. Ooh. Is the intake manifold, which I'll have to break all these loose by hand because for some wild reason I don't have a 1/2 inch. Never mind. Scratch that. Make that I believe that's a 10mm 12-point socket. There we go. Intake manifold is off. There, I don't have much battery left. So let's try to get these rockers undone real quick. Okay, now I'm going to pull all these push rods and set them over here on the trailer in their respective order. That way they can all go back to the same spot from which they were taken. Okay. Hopefully this old impact has enough jam to get these head bolts out. Oh, Not an issue at all. Lovely. I don't have to break out the 3/4 inch. An old ice cream bucket for all the head bolts. Almost forgot that I just got a set of these indexable pry bars. These things are handy. Appears to be a lot less stuck than I was expecting it to be. Oh yeah, it's ready to come right off of there. These never get any lighter. One thing I've learned from doing enough of these, the key is good footing and knowing where you're going to put it before you pick it up. Oh yeah. Right. Usually I set it right there. And then stand on the leaf spring, knee on the tire, and I can swing it over and set it on the tire. Oh, whoo, buddy. Yeah, first impressions, everything's looking good in there. Head gasket looks good. I'm definitely gonna have to get the shop vac and sweep up some of that literal crap before I go disturbing too much else. Wasn't meant for that much weight. Okay. Round 2, here we go. Wow. One moment, let me get this head down off here and I'll show you what I'm seeing. It's not nice. Let's have a look at the carnage here. Get some light on the subject. And there you go. Assuming that's pieces of the compression ring down in there. Wow. Oh my goodness. That is bad. That is really bad. I'm surprised the liner isn't worse than what it is. I think, well, yeah, I mean, the other liners all look really good. This one's got some pretty good scoring on it. Yeah, I can kind of catch my fingernail on it. So, yeah, I think we're going to be doing a liner as well. Then over here looking at the head, it's not that bad. I mean, we got some build-up material here. It's just kind of flaking off with my fingernail. It's a little beat up. Right here where the, it has like the relief cut for the valve seats to press in. But honestly, I think what I might do, clean this up, pull these valves out, make sure the seats are, you know, they're not cracked or have any pitting or anything in them like this. And I may end up reusing this head too, because that doesn't look bad at all. We'll see, but I definitely want to confirm that the seats aren't damaged. There we go. Well, that's some good silicone. Oh, let's get this airline out of my way. Here's our number 6 rod cap. I may have to turn this engine over a little bit. And you can't see it up in there, but the piston cooling nozzle, that's got to go. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to bar this over a little bit. Yes. There it is. Yeah, see what I mean though? Bearing looks brand new. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Crankshaft is perfect. Ain't catching my fingernail on nothing. Alright, let's shove this up. Oh boy. Maybe. That's a little bit stiffer than I was expecting it to be, considering that our rings really don't exist on this cylinder anymore. Oh wow. Oh, this is going to be fun. that too hard? Okay, now I'm making kindling wood. I think we're out. Look at that. Wow. That is messed up. Oh my God. All these little chunks. Hopefully none of that fell down into the what do you call it? The lifters. Oh man, that is brutal. Oh. Wow. That is some serious carnage. Look at that. Yeah, this one's a wall hanger for sure. Oh my goodness. So basically, kind of self-explanatory. This puck here, or cap, whatever you want to call it, is flat on two sides. That way you can go down through the liner, and it's got shoulders on it that fit the ID of the liner. And basically you just pull it up out from the bottom. You've got your legs here, big heavy threaded rod, a porta power cylinder to go over it, and a nut so you can keep tightening down on it as you run out of stroke with the cylinder. Okay, took a little bit of time and delicately removed some of the things that were in my way. Now hopefully we can get in here to work. You go there, you go there, and you go there. This is still going to be an issue. But I guess we'll just have to work around it. Oh, shoot. Well, that coming out that easy may not be a good thing, but I was expecting a lot worse than that, the way them old guys talked in the Mack garage. The heck. I was expecting that. Shoot. Even wet liners put up more of a fight than that. The only problem is I'm already running out of stroke between my puller tool here and this air intake. I wonder, since that's moving so easily, will it pry up out of there at all? No. That's being a little ambitious yet. Well, And as long as this keeps working, I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, I think that's all the further I'm gonna be able to use the puller because I ran out of room up here. So let's rig this down and see what we gotta do to get it the rest of the way out. Oh. Oh wow. That liner was already cracked. Boy, that wasn't a long ways away from rapid unscheduled disassembly. Alright, well, that creates a new problem. How do I get the rest of it out? I think, honestly, my best bet is going to be to go underneath with a punch and just try to drive it up out. I think we're beyond the difficult point. It didn't even fall down and hit me in the face. I say we're doing pretty good. And there's that liner. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but from like right here all the way over to about here, it's all oily. But the rest of it's nice and clean. Like that was a fresh break. But over here, it must have already been cracked for who knows how long. Crazy stuff. I've got the block deck all nice and clean, the pistons all nice and clean. Now we're ready to put in our cylinder sleeve. Cleaning the pistons really wasn't necessary, but it knowing that they're all clean and fresh in there scratches my brain in the right way, so sue me. Alright, let's go get the liner. Alright, down here in the basement, in the freezer, next to our Thanksgiving turkey, we've got our cylinder sleeve. Alright, now this is a 20 thousandths oversized liner, and that's outside diameter, not inside diameter. Still takes the same piston size. It's just bigger on the outside because at some point this block was machined because it was either out or round or had a taper to it. So hopefully, with this thing being nice and cold, yep, still going to require some hammering. Almost. Alright, before we send her all the way home, take some air. Blow it up under that shoulder. Make sure that nothing got up under there. Alright. Broke her block of wood. Getting through the connecting rod, a little bit different story. This is a lead hammer, super soft. Bit of help there. Wouldn't rest the way in by itself. Needs some strength. That one. Okay. That was a little bit of a piss off, but we made it work. And give these all a little bit of extra oil. Number one to be over here. Number two to be over here. Number three to be all the way down here, and number four to be just past the number one slightly. Okay, that's all those set. Our ring compressor on here. Wind her up. rest of the way down. Come in. There we go. Then you just line the grooves up. Genuine Mack head gaskets. With the fire rings. Doesn't seem to be lining up too well. Looks like that dowel was just off ever so slightly. Same down here. What the heck's up with that? Now, even though that says top, I wonder. There. If you put the head gasket on. No, wait a minute. Both sides say top. What the heck? Alright, well. Put the fire rings in. Make sure those are set down on your liners. Nice and even leg. I don't like how much this head gasket is bowed. But I guess that's part of it. Wiggle that around a little bit, get it dropped down on the dowels. There's back, there's front. We are in. Give this all a quick wipe down real quick. Whew. Come on, there we go. All right, that one's in. Woo! All right, now basically you just work your way from the center out with the impact. Tighten them down until they won't go no more than give them a quarter turn. I'm joking. I'm just running them in with the impact. All right, so I just referenced the manual just to refresh myself on the sequence on the way these bolts get tightened. You gotta do them all to 50, all to 150, and then all to 200 in that sequence. So, might as well get comfortable. So we're gonna be here for a minute because we got 20 head bolts per head, and then we gotta do 3 different torque values. Oh. There we go. So, naturally, they've got it upside down because they're showing it from the intake manifold side, and for some reason I've always worked from the exhaust manifold side, but whatever. Okay, so that one's torqued. Then we go to this one. Okay. Then we go to this one. Then this one. Be 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. So, yeah, I've only got to do that to the other head, and then 150 to both, and then 200 to both. So, I'm going to do that, and we'll see you when I'm done with that. And my arms are jello. We're on the home stretch now. 13. This is our 200 foot-pound pass. probably a 4 or 5 foot 3/4 inch torque wrench from work, but I didn't. I deserve this. 18. 2 more. 19. Oh, jeez. Oh, 20. All right, nap time. Putting our rocker assemblies on. Man, these E6s are easy to work on. I love them. Just a drop of oil on the threads and on the bottom of the head of the bolt. Which one was the front and which one was the rear. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and call this one the rear. New fiber washers for all the valve cover bolts. exhaust manifold can go on it. Oh boy. That was my finger. Whew. All right. Ow. I usually just put a dab of grease, or in this case, engine assembly lube. This stuff is nice and sticky, so it'll work good to keep your copper gasket on the tip, so when you put it in, it doesn't fall off. And you just gotta put some lubricant on your O-ring, which all this is a dust seal, but just to keep that from cutting on the way in. Well, and I guess I should probably mention that you want to verify that your old copper washer isn't still down in the head. Okay, so that one's gone, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. If you find that your washer is still stuck down in the injector cup, what I've always found that works really good is taking a tapered like drift punch that'll fit through the hole, the inside diameter of the washer, and you basically just drop it in there and it'll stick on the taper of the punch and you can pull it right out, no problem. Pop down in there nice and easy like. I'm going to go ahead and get all these injectors put in, and then we just got the hold downs to put on them, which I think I might have screwed up. If I remember right, you need to put the hold down on the injector, yeah, before you put it in. Oh well, they come out easy enough. There. That's what your hold down looks like on your injector. So you put that on there first. Then you go down in the hole, give her a little push, and she's in. And just rinse and repeat 5 more times. Well, I kind of took off on my own and got a bunch done without you guys. I'm sorry for that, but squirrel. So anyway, it's all back together with the exception of the intake tube, and I'm missing a line that goes from the breather, crankcase breather manifold down to the intake manifold. Not sure where that went, but more than likely I'm just going to take those fittings out and plug them off. Engine doesn't need to be breathing in, it's a crankcase vent anyway. So yeah, we got oil in it, we got coolant in it, I got the battery charger and a jump pack on it. These batteries are not in good shape. They don't appear to be taking a charge at all. So we're gonna have to do a bit of cranking on this thing to bleed the fuel system out. I'm really hoping that between the charger and the jump pack we can get this thing fired up, because I really don't want to go buy new batteries. It's got 4 batteries in it. I'm sure as heck not putting 4 back in it if I do get new ones, but immediately I don't have a use for this truck until summertime, so I don't want to really buy new batteries just for them to sit, you know, for 4 or 5 months. So yeah,
I'm gonna grab a 3/4 wrench, crack some injector lines loose, and then we'll go ahead and try to start cranking on this thing. I also need to find a oh crap board for the turbo, just for, you know, just as a precaution. All right, so let's go ahead and crack our number 1, or number, ouch, 2, and our number 3. I'm interested to see, I kind of messed up when I was putting the return lines on. These little elbows with a T on them for the return lines, you know, they get bent up. And I was trying to straighten this one out a little bit, and I don't know if it's a solder joint or what, but I felt it crack on the injector body, so we may have a fuel return leak on this number 2 injector. Kind of not too happy about that, but such is life. Life goes on. We'll get a new one or we'll fix it, one or the other. Well, I can't believe it cranked over as good as it did. And we don't have any fuel at all whatsoever. Hey, might have to crack these at the pump first. All right, let's give that a shot. Oh, we are quickly losing whatever cranking capacity those batteries had in them. Ooh, we do have fuel on our number 1 line. Cool. Let's see how much more she'll suffer. I seen fuel spitting out of our number 1. Well, I know what that sound means. It means that I may have to go put you guys at the business end. Yep, we got fuel coming out of our number 2. Yep, I'm gonna tighten these lines back up. I'm gonna set you guys up where you can get a good view of the smoke show. that's that. I think I'm gonna end this video here. It's gotten plenty long. Once we get a little bit better weather, we'll take it out for a drive. So thanks for sticking it out and stopping by and hanging out. We'll see you on the next one.